I'm the Rev Hurst and I am Minister of St Andrew's Scots Church, which is a joint Methodist Church of Scotland congregation, and this is the International Centre and it's underneath the church and for many years was used as storage, and we've now turned it into office space. The church was built in 1857. Property was so wet there was water running down the walls. If people came in they were cold, they couldn't keep warm. Because the building, even in summer, it felt cold because it was damp. All our books, we have books here, the books all went mouldy, the bookshelves, the backs of the bookshelves went mouldy. Our computer equipment was being damaged because it was getting so humid, nothing was lasting very long, and people were coming in and it wasn't a pleasant place to have lessons, so we were looking at putting heating in or putting air conditioning in. What we could do, we were running 3 dehumidifiers, and every day we were emptying all 3 dehumidifiers and the place was still feeling wet and things were still getting wet. It was not a good space to be. And the church above it was the water was starting to come up through the walls of the church because the church is on the same footprint, and we were getting damp problems in the church as well. When we contacted Aquapol, they immediately put us at ease, came and said, well, look, we'll come and talk to you, we'll show you how we'll work. They drew very simple graphs that I could understand, not complicated books that I couldn't follow, so that everything was explained to us simply. We were told that it didn't involve chemicals, it wouldn't, because this building is very old, we can't drill into the walls, we can't do anything that's going to damage the building itself, and Aquapol was something that wasn't going to damage the building but was going to improve the quality of life for the people that work here. Our first experience was contacting them thinking, really don't like the sound of this is too good to be true, it's not going to work. We thought we were going to have to use chemicals into the walls. We're worried about the running costs if we had to have a bigger dehumidifying system in. And we were really sort of quite sceptical about the whole thing. After the first inspection, we discovered that there was more water in the walls than there was in my veins. So we did a check against the water humidity level of my body and the humidity level of the walls, and there was more water in the walls than there was in my body, and that's quite worrying because I think our body's 70% water or something. So that was quite worrying for us. But we knew that there was serious damp problems, and we were expecting that it would be a very difficult job, when we were told that actually something just the size of a beehive could come in and improve it in a dramatic effect. And not just told that if it didn't, they would give us our money back, which to us sounded like a very good deal. We said, well, come on then, let's try it. So we tried it out thinking, even if there was just a 10 or 20% improvement, that would make life much, much better for the people that were here. It was just like putting up a light fitting. It seemed to go in very quickly. There was no mess. For us, one of the biggest signs now, there's no mess now because the plaster's coming off the walls, the paint's coming off the walls, because as the walls are drying out, the salts are coming to the surfaces. So there's going to be work to be done now, but there wasn't at the time, no. It was very, very simple. It doesn't feel damp. We run a food bank as well, and we were storing some of the products from our food bank in here. In this room, we were able to store pasta, rice and sugar, and it didn't get damp. Before, everything in our cupboards was gone mouldy. The system has been so good that when a church in Brussels that we are linked to was saying that they were having problems with damp, I contacted them and said, you must get in touch with Aquapol. And they contacted me and said they were putting the same system in their church because it had had such a positive effect on this one.